Welcome back, everybody. I'm Eric Villette. This is the week 7 of SDI Intro to Firearms FT100 class. It is April 25th, 2025, and today we are going to go over the 8 steps of the function of firearm. Before we do anything, we're going to go ahead and check our firearm to make sure that our firearm is not loaded and that there's no live ammunition in it. In order to do this, we're going to check our magazines, verify that our magazines have no ammunition inside of them. We're also going to go ahead and pull the slide back. We're going to visually and manually inspect our slide to verify that there is absolutely no ammunition in the firearm. One of the things we are going to do today is, through the steps and the functions of the firearm, we are going to use snap caps. So we'll be applying our snap caps into our magazines and using our snap caps in order to identify the functions of the firearm. We're also going to visually inspect and make sure that there's absolutely no live ammunition in our work area or around us. Before we get started, we're actually going to talk about the firearm we're using today. This is a Flux Defense 365 pistol. Flux Defense makes the lower portion of this pistol, and the FCU and slide comes out of a SIG 365. This is currently in a project mode, so I don't have an optic on it, but definitely an interesting, neat piece. One of the unique things about this firearm is it's a brace for the arm. It's designed so when you're out shooting, you can brace it off the arm. It is definitely not a SBR, it is a brace, but yeah, overall, they make a really, really nice firearm. First things first, we're gonna go ahead and put our snap caps into our magazines. Once your snap caps are placed into your magazine, you're going to go ahead and put your magazine into the firearm. With the magazine being in the firearm, we're going to start the operation with the cocking portion. We will cock the firearm. With cocking the firearm, this is going to go ahead and put our bullet into the chamber and lock it into the chamber, putting it in the position of ready to fire. Once we get through that portion of it, now you are able to move to the next step, which is firing the pistol. When you do this, you're going to pull the trigger, and what the trigger is going to do is it's going to release that sear and allow the firing pin to move forward to strike the back of the bullet and go through the step of firing the cartridge. Next comes the unlocking portion of that. What this portion of that is this is actually where the gases will expand inside of the chamber, allowing the breech to go backwards and relieve the pressure on the cartridge, bringing it back in the firearm. Once it's unlocked and moved back, it's going to go through the extracting portion of that. Like we talked about before, with the gases, we're moving it back into the back of the chamber. It's going to come back into the chamber, and then it's going to go through the injecting stage. At that point, it's going to release the bullet out, drop the bullet, and then we will go back through cocking the firearm and running it all the way back through the functions again. Now that we've gone through the cycles of the firearm, we are going to field strip this firearm and get it ready for a good cleaning. Starting off, we're going to remove the compensator on the front of the barrel, which we'll go ahead and pull off. Then we're going to push the slide back to the locking position. We're going to lock it into position. We're going to use the breakdown lever. You're going to turn the breakdown lever, and you're going to release the slide lock, bring the slide forward, and being able to remove the slide completely off of the frame. Then we're going to come back here and we're going to remove the rod and spring. Pull the rod and spring out. Then we're going to remove this barrel out. Pop the barrel out as well. Put the barrel down. Then we can see in here, a SIG actually has a separate FCU system. This is the firing system that is serialized on the gun. It's not like most guns where the serialization is built into the frame of the firearm. It's actually built into the FCU, and we will take it to a even further strip and remove the FCU for cleaning. Now that we've done the top portion of the firearm, the slide, we're going to go ahead and remove this FCU. It's pretty easy. We're actually going to take this pin right here on the back of the frame where the dovetail is at, and we're going to push this pin completely out. Once we get that pin pushed out, right here, you're going to be able to remove the FCU completely from the frame of the firearm, and we can go ahead and get started cleaning the firearm. First things first, we're going to use our carbon destroyer by Spartan Systems, and we're going to apply it into our slide. We're also going to go ahead and apply it onto our barrel. A little bit on the FCU. And a little bit on the rod. Then we're going to take our brush and we're just going to go ahead and brush it in. That's it. And we're going to use our wire brush. With our wire brush, we're going to go in from the muzzle side of the barrel. We'll run it through. And I'll run it through one more time. Always give it a good little wipe down. Go ahead and we're going to take our cleaning patches and our cable and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to run it through. Oh yeah, she was dirty. Nice and dirty. So what I like to do is run one or two times through, and then I like to go ahead and change it around a little bit. Use another clean patch. I like to try to run it through until patch is no longer dirty when it goes through. So you're going to slide it through the hole, and then you're going to take your patch and you're just going to come through the side right here, pull it back through, and then once again we'll run it back through. It's a little bit cleaner, but we'll go ahead and run a couple more through just to make sure. Until you aren't seeing anything else on it. Now that we've gone through and cleaned everything, we're going to go ahead and put this gun back together. Sometimes it can be a little finicky putting the FCUs back in them, but they're, once you get it started and in, they're pretty easy. You want to make sure that you get this hole right here lined up so you can see all the way through it with daylight. And then you're going to take your pin and you're going to slide your pin back in. Next, we're going to take our compensator. We're going to put our compensator piece back on. And we're going to put the screw back in it. Now that's back together there. Now we're going to use our Modern Spartan Systems Accuracy Oil, and we're going to make sure that we get oil on our moving parts in our slide. I like to always make sure that I get good oil on the rods and spring. FCU, a little bit where there's movement. Now we're going to go ahead and go back through the process of putting our slide back on. You're going to slide it back, make sure that it reset itself. Once you slide it back, you're going to slide it back in. Your breakdown should reset itself like that. And then you should be able to pop it down. Do a good little wipe down on it. I always check my function, use some size, rack it a couple times, get the oil moving around inside so it feels good. Then I'm always going to take my snap caps and my mag. I'm going to run around some snap caps into my mag. Once again, verifying that there's nothing in the firearm. We already checked that. We know that already. We're going to put it back in. And we're just going to feed it through a couple times. Make sure it functions. Ejects. Reloads. Snap. Eject. Reload. Snap. Eject. Reload. Snap. Eject. Slide sets itself back. Lets us know that we're good. And now we have a clean, functioning firearm, as we've discussed through all of our functions of the firearm. Once again, my name is Eric Follett, SDI FT100, and I thank you for watching my video.